Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel Planet for Tech. I hope you all are doing great and learning lots by watching all the continuous episode of our tech series. So we have started new tech series here. You can see in our channel there was CodeIgniter 3.x complete tutorial for beginners. So in this tech series we have completed so far 13 episodes, and today I am going to describe you the next concept in the coordinator 3.x. So let's start it. So as I have already told you, we are following the official documentation of CI 3.x. So here you can see we have completed this much topic, and today we are going to cover this library section, and few of the library I have already described, like the form validation and others are remaining. So instead of going here and there, we are going to take it from starting. So the first library you can see here, this is the benchmarking class. So today we are going to understand what this benchmarking class is and how these libraries we can use in coordinator 3.x. So first of all, let me clear you, these libraries are nothing but the simple PHP classes, you can say. Let me show you from where we can see these libraries. Let me start my VS Code here. So guys, you can see here I just started my VS Code. Now you can see, so we have created one application demo for this complete text series. So here you can see the app folder is what that application folder, and here you can see app system. This is the folder provided by the codeignitor. So inside this system folder we can see the library. There are lots of libraries. So this library we are going to understand one by one. So inside this only you can see there is a library for benchmarking. So this is what we are going to understand. So as I said, these libraries are nothing but simple PHP file, you can say. Let's see here, PHP class file, and these libraries are having few methods and that we have to use. So for what purpose we use the benchmarking classes? So benchmarking library is basically used when you want to understand like how much time it is taking to execute particular block of code. Let's suppose you are going to write few line of code and you want to understand like how much time it is taking. So for that point we can get with the help of benchmarking classes. So do not worry more, because I am going to show you the practical approach how we can use it. So the first point, the purpose of benchmarking is what? Just to understand how much time it takes to execute the particular blocks. So this is the objective. You have to make it clear in your mind. And for this, we can use this way. We can have a separate different flag we can set. And if you want to show like your benchmarking points in your profiling, so in my previous episode I have shown you like how we can use the profiling, how we can start profiler, and after that we can see like how many minutes or seconds it is taking just to execute total page. And we can also show like how much memory consumption it is utilizing for the particular page. So this all we are going to understand here in this library. So let me show you it one by one. So first of all, we have to make this library active. So how we can do so? So we have two approaches. Like in my all episode I described like how we can load the library. So we have two approaches. Either we can load the library in the controller, or we can, let me create one here. Let me create one controller, or we can see in this controller itself. There is no need to create another one. This is auth controller we have done previously. Or let me create the new one. Otherwise, it will make you confused. So let me show you this one is working or not first. I need to start my WAM server. You can see WAM server is started. Let me start browser, localhost, CI demo. Yes. So in last episode, we have created this register page, and I have shown you a few example of the form build lesson library. So let's try to implement the benchmarking class here in this page itself. So this is the register page. So we want to know like how much time it is taking to process from this to this line. So this we can see by the help of benchmark library. So first of all, we need to load the library here. Either you can load in the controller or you can load it in a auto load file. So this all I have already described you. If you want to auto load it, so you have to go in the config folder. Under the config you will find the autoload.php, and here you can upload under the library section. You can upload it here. You can upload it benchmarking. So what is the name of library? Let me show you. It is a benchmark. Uh, This is already loaded by the CI framework itself. This is mentioned here. We don't need to load it, but if you want to load it, you can load it. But it is not a mandatory benchmark library. We have to load it here like this. This is loaded. Once it is loaded, so we can use it here in the controller. So in the controller, what we have to do, so this is the register method. So here I am going to put a one. I want to know like how much time it is taking from this line to this line. So this I want to understand. So for that we have to add one benchmark here. So this benchmark is nothing but the point from where you want to start calculating the time. So this line you have to copy simply, and you have to paste it here, this benchmark library mark. So you can give the code start here, and you want to know the time till this line. So just give another benchmark here, code and like this. Now we want to know like how much time it is utilizing just to execute this much code. So from code start and code end, we want to know the time utilized by this CI project. So for that, this starting benchmark and ending benchmark we have set. Now we want to know like how much time it is taking. So we can have the echo here. We can have echo. Simply you can have the one variable time, or else make like data variable time taken like that equals to this. So here you have to use this benchmark elapsed time, how much time it is uh, using. So mark is one of the method for this library, and elapsed time is another method. So here we have to give the first argument, that is from where we have to start calculating, and the second argument is the argument where we are going to stop the calculation. So this variable here, it is going to the register page. Let me open the register view. There we can see this time taken. Under the view, this is the register. So let me display here, or anywhere you can display it. It doesn't matter like the sequence where we need to display it. Let me have H1 here, time taken. So this way, echo dollar time taken. Now we can see how much time it is taking. So it is saying unable to load the requested class benchmark. It means benchmark is not loading. We don't need to load it. It is actually auto loaded by the system. So let me remove it. This is not needed even. Yes, you can see here. So it is not taking more time. That's why it is showing like 00. If there is a lots of calculation, then after it will show the different time. I can show you this example as well. Like here we are registering the user, and after this, so uh, we can commit here. Let me show you some name. Now you can see it is going to take few time. User registered successfully, and here you can see this much time it is taking. So to register a record, or you can say to insert a record in a database, it is taking this much time. So this is all about this benchmarking classes. So if you want to show this in your profiler, so how we can do that? Let me show you that. So to show this information in profiler, you just need to enable the profiler. So to enable the profiler, you have to keep like let me show you. This topic I have already described in a previous episodes. If you haven't watched, so you can watch my previous episodes. So this line we have to use for enabling the profiler. So the profiler is nothing but the list of execution running behind the application that is going to show in the bottom of the page. So let me put it here. Simply I am enabling this. Now you can see here. So below is the profiler, you can see. So this is the output of profiler. So here we can see this much memory it is using, and you can see the time taken, this benchmark. Can you see here? So this is the benchmark, but this is showing a complete time taken by this page, and here we have loaded. We want the time between this and this. So that's why if you want to get the custom time utilized by your code execution, so you can use your custom benchmarking point here. This is the start point and this is the ending point. So this way you can see the benchmarking we can use. And if you want to know like how much memory it is using, so you can simply use it. Just use this part, so it will give you that information. For now I am just disabling the profiler, going to show the timing like memory, how much memory it is using. Memory used. So this way we can take how much memory it is using, and we can display it here in the register page. H1 memory used, EHP, and this way we can use here. So I have just displayed here the memory used. Let's see how much memory it is using here. So we can see this much memory it is using. RAM memory it is using. Just to load this page, this much is memory it is using. So this is all about the benchmarking library here. The purpose of benchmarking class is just to understand like how much time it is taking to execute the particular block of code and how much memory it is using. So that information we can extract by using this library. Now come to the next library, that is the caching library driver. So there are lots of cache driver here available. So few of them we are going to use here in the CodeIgniter. So before moving ahead, let me describe you what is this caching. So caching means just to improve the performance of page loading, we use the caching driver. So you can see here the codeignitor features wrappers around some of the most popular forms of fast and dynamic caching. So it is providing the fast and dynamic caching concept, can say. And there are few drivers like alternative PHP cache. We can use APC caching, file-based caching, memcache caching, WinCache caching, Redis caching, and dummy cache. So these all caches we can use to improve the performance. So what it does basically, so whatever, let me show you the flow diagram like to understand like how this caching work here, because to improve the page performance, this concept need to be understand very clearly. Let me show you the flow diagram first. I hope you can see my screen. So here, this is the architecture of the codeignitor project when we are utilizing the caching library. So you can see here, the first of all, the entry point index.php page is called, and after this, it check for the routing. It goes for the routing, and after the routing, it look for the caching. Means there is the cache file available in the uh, cache driver or not. If not, then it is going for the fourth step security checkup, and once security checkup passes, it goes for the application controller. It calls the application controllers. On the basis of the application controllers, it communicates with the models, libraries, helpers, plugins, and scripts, and it prepares the complete output, and it returns the output to the view. And from the view, before displaying the output, it gets stored in the caching space, you can say. So it is kind of the temp spaces in the server where it is going to store the previous output. So once the previous output is stored here, then after uh, it is going to be displayed in the browser. So you can see here the caching is playing a very important role here, because when you are coming back to watch the same page again, so it is not going to follow the complete flow. Simply it will go to the caching places, and from there it will pick that output, and it will render the output here. So it is going to rotate here in the three steps itself instead of going to the complete steps here. So this is the main important role of caching. So you can understand, like if we are going, if, for every request, if you are following this long route, so definitely it will take more time. And if we are using the cache library here, so it is reducing the flow, and in these three steps only you can see the output in the browser. That's why it is recommended to use the caching driver properly in your application. So this is the complete architecture of the project, CI project, when we are using the caching driver. Now let's see the practical implementation, how we can implement it practically in our project. So you can see here, so this is the one of the example. So first of all, we have to load like which caching driver we want, and which driver we want to use in our project. So you can see here, so how we can load it. So first of all, this is not the kind of library, it is kind of driver file, but it is also a class file. So this load drivers, as in the previous cases, what we were doing, like for model, how we load this load model. So right now we are going to deal with the drivers. That's why we are going to load the driver. So instead of using this load model, we will use this load driver. We are going to load the caching driver here. So which driver we are going to use? Caching driver, CACHE, you can write it here. And along with, we have to mention like which caching driver we want to implement it here. So we have adapter APC we can use, and backup equals to file. So you can use other combination as well, but let's see the implementation with the given example itself. Now I have used the adapter equals to APC library I have used, and the backup I have used the file. Now you can see, first of all, before displaying the things here, we will check in the cache, like cache memory. There is a the output is available in the cache memory or not. If not, then we will create it and we will save it in the cache memory. But when we come back and uh, try to print this value again, so we can see like this is coming from the cache driver, cache memory itself. Let me show you how we can do it. Just copy it there, and let me create one method, function test. I'm creating one test method here in the controller. It is just a demonstration, that's why I'm not creating separate controller and method. In the auth controller only I can show you. So you can see here, so this cache driver is used, and this is the variable. Suppose I'm going to make it name. The variable name is name, and here let me make it Ramesh. So in the line number 15, you can see, first of all, we are trying to get like this is available in the case or not. So definitely the first time when this code will run, it will not be there. So if it is not there, so it will write there. So you can see it is going to write first. It is going to write, it will write, and here we are mentioning the time, like how much uh, till how much time it will be available in the cache memory. So for 300, here we are passing 300 second, it means 5 minutes. So till 5 minutes this value will be available in the cache memory, and after that it will not be there. So here we can use it. So first time it is not there, so it will write there, and the next time when will come, so it is not going to write, simply it will print it from the here you can say. Let me show you, or you can make it very simple like this. Firstly, we are taking here from here, if it is not available, so we can make it not empty. If it is empty, first time we are checking if it is empty, so we are going to write, and if it is not empty, so we will print it. So let me show you. So this is a test method. Instead of register, we need to pass test method. So you can say first time it is saying saving to the cache. It means the first time it is coming under the if block, but the second time when we will run it, it is not coming to the if block, it will directly print the name. So how this is happening, because you can see the first time it is not available in the cache, that's why it is coming in the if condition, because the name is empty here. But when we are coming second time, so it will check the name variable is available in the cache or not. So previously it is already written there, so it will get the value there, so it is not going to back under the if, so it will directly print the echo. You can see the here second time it is not going to the under the if block. So till how much time this cache memory will be available for this particular variable, time is here 5 minutes, so till 5 minutes this will be available there, you can see. So this way guys, if you want to make uh, more performance in your page, so you can use a different kind of caching library here. This is one of the example, you can say. Adapter you can change as per your wish, like if you want to other adapter like memcached, so you can use it. Here we have different drivers, you can see apc, file based caching, memcached caching, wincache, redis, and dummy cache. So you can use it memcache, if you want you can use it memcache as well. So this is the example. Memcaching, multiple memcache servers can be specified in the memcache.php configuration. So we have memcache.php file, you can see here. Under the config you can find there will be the memcached. You can see this one. So here we can specify multiple memcache server URL, configuration port, and the host name. So for this we need one memcache server, and so here we can see we have all the implementation in this user guide. If you want to go with the redis caching, so these are different drivers, so you need to specify these details. So right now I don't have these details, that's why I uses the apc. So apc, in the apc this is the kind of, I can say, the inbuilt cache library which is available with the CodeIgniter. So we can go with this one, otherwise you need to specify the third party like memcached, vimcache, and redis, and the this servers you need to specify. So this is all about the driving caching driver library in CodeIgniter. And in the next video, we are going to understand calendaring classes. So in this, we are going to see like how many methods are there in the calendaring classes. So that we will cover in the next episode. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching.